Good morning, Clay-Chalkville. This is Terry Jones. Welcome back to another Friday CougarCast with CCN-TV. Let's get into your news for the week. As a reminder, students that have chosen the traditional learning option will begin coming back to school on Monday, October 5th. CCHS will be on a hybrid schedule for 2 weeks before returning to a 5-day in-person learning schedule on October 19th. Masks will be required at all times for students that will be returning to the building. If you will be returning to campus in October and plan to drive, you must reserve your parking spot. Go to the Clay-Chalkville High School website to complete this registration. Now let's hand it over to our Sports Information Director, Michaela Dillard, with this week's sports recap.
Hi, Coach Gilbert. How are you doing
Doing
today?
good. How about you?
I heard your team was doing excellent this season. Y'all are undefeated so far. How do you think your team is doing so far?
They're doing good so far. We've gotten better each week, so it's been good going into the bye week undefeated and coming off a high note with a big region win against Minor. So kind of use this week to heal up and get better and get ready for a second half run.
Yes, sir. What do you think your team needs to improve on so far?
Oh, everything, blocking and tackling. We got to get better at just the fundamentals and, eliminating the small mistakes, the things that we can control. And if we'll do that, we'll be okay.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about the homecoming game that's coming up next week?
We're excited about it. Got a good team with J.O. coming in. Coach Vakakis does a great job with those guys, and it's going to be a tough game for us, but it's going to be good to get another home game and, hopefully have a good crowd and get a good atmosphere for Friday Night Football.
Yes, sir. How do you feel about, any other games that's coming up in the rest of the season? Do you feel like anything is going to be a challenge to y'all? Yeah,
every game's a challenge. I mean, again, our goal each week is to be better than we were the previous week. So, every game's a big game. You got J.O., who's a very talented ball team, and then you're going to have Mormon Jordan, who's well coached and he's got good players, and then you go on to Pitts and Valley, and then you're going to end up with Huffman and Oak Mountain. So we got a tough stretch ahead of us.
Yes, this has been your weekly sports recap with the head coach, Coach Gilmer.
Next up, we have a few announcements from our teachers. Anyone wanting to join the wrestling team needs to attend a team meeting on Wednesday, October 7th at 12 o'clock noon in the football field house, weight room, first floor. If you currently have any textbooks or library books from the last year, please return them to the school. You may drop them off on a cart at the front of the school. You will not be charged overdue fees on any of these books as long as you return them before September 30th. After that date, you will be responsible for the cost of the textbooks or any overdue fines until the library books have been returned. As a reminder, if you will be returning to campus and will need to have medications at school, please have your parent contact Nurse Keener at 205-379-3050, extension 111936, to schedule a meeting. As a reminder, you cannot have medication at school unless the proper forms have been completed. Now let's hand it over to Simone with the Question of the Week segment.
Hey Chalkville, I'm Simone Smith, and I'm here with your Question of the Week segment. Last week, we asked our followers on Instagram to share their thoughts on remote learning. Here's what they had to say. Naya said that it's difficult, more work than in person, hard to access, and not all the teachers read their emails, and Schoology is hard to work than Google Classroom. Maddie also said it's harder to find assignments, and Franca said it's hard to concentrate on work. It wasn't all bad though. Lauren said, I like being at home. The only class I would want to come to for is broadcast. I'd have to agree, Lauren. Thanks to everyone that submitted a response. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Clay-Chalkville News for next week's question. Questions will be posted each Monday. This has been Simone Smith with CCN-TV. See you next week, Clay-Chalkville.
This has been CougarCast with Terry Jones. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and tune in next week for some special updates on our transition back to in-person learning. Have a great day, CCHS.